This is Mahalia.
And this is Gina.
And welcome to the 10 and 3 podcast. Hey, Gina, what's up?
Yo, what I do? I'm not
what
cool.
What it do? Who is that from? Is that from TikTok, right?
Yeah, there's a TikToker who does it every time.
Jeff,
like,
right?
Yup, Jeff right
God,
now.
Like, what it do?
God, what it do?
Oh my gosh, my phone is like so famous right now. People are calling me.
Oh, nice.
Anyways, how you doing?
I'm good. You know, just living. Daylight saving time's about to end, so it's about to be nighttime at 6.
Oh yeah, you're right. Fall
back. Mm-hmm.
I know. I'm never prepared for it, man.
I don't think you can be, to be honest.
It just happens. Isn't it the first Sunday?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. So that's from the time we're recording this. It's less than a week. So.
Yep. Few days.
Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, I hear you fine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You're really good.
Okay. Cool.
All right, Gina, what you got for us? We're doing trending first, right? I already forgot what we're gonna do first.
We're doing trending first.
Okay.
And I don't know if it's exactly still trending because I didn't check today, but Michael B. Jordan has signed on to produce a Static Shock movie. If you don't know Static Shock, first of all, you're living under a rock, and I feel bad for you.
Yeah, where are you, man? Where are you?
You need to know Static Shock. He is a Black superhero in the DC universe. Yep. Teenager, adult, both, teenager to adult, You
mean the actual character, or you mean like
the actual
actually interacted with him?
I don't know if they're going to do him as a teenager, or if they're going to just do it as an adult. I would hope they do the teenager. I prefer when they do the teenage superheroes. That's just me. So Michael B. Jordan, he signed on to produce it. And, first things first, DC has not done well with live action superhero movies. Animated, great. Live action, no.
In your opinion, though, I kind of like the movies, though, to be honest.
I'm not, okay, other than Wonder Woman, and also, even though it's very controversial, people are going to be like, what, you like that? I liked Suicide Squad. I don't know.
Yeah, we watched it together.
Yeah. I know a lot of people have, maybe that's why. Maybe I like it because of the group I was with. Yeah, like, I had a good time. Every time I think back to watching it, I remember that. And I own it, and I watched it a couple of times on my own. Mm-hmm. So I know that I did. I enjoyed it to a point, at least, if I'm watching it again and I bought it.
Exactly.
So I don't know. I know a lot of people didn't like it, and I understand where they're coming from with like, oh, there's no consistency. This is bad. This is bad. Like, you're lying to yourself if you don't think Margot Robbie killed being Harley Quinn. Like,
yeah, she was one of my favorite characters.
Definitely. So I love those two, but I didn't like Superman. There was way too much destruction in Superman.
I'll give you that. That's fair. That's fair.
Batman, it feels like they're always changing who's Batman and his storyline and this, that, and it's like.
He's a favorite in the DC lineup, so that they're always gonna try to squeeze as much as they can from him.
True.
I'm not gonna lie, like
they really be doing Batman dirty sometimes, though. Like,
yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I've been experiencing a little bit of DC fatigue too, but so far, like from the comics at least, I really love a lot of the characters, so I'm just bearing with it and be like, okay, at least it's that character that I like. So
yeah, but their animated stuff, like I said, I really like. Their animated movies are very adult, really, and it works for it. But their live action stuff has been horrible. So that was my first thought. Like, DC's live action stuff has been horrible. My second thought was, ew, Michael B. Jordan, because I don't like Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, do we want to talk about that too, or we just just leave it as a side note?
Like, I don't want anyone to watch this and be like, wow, she really said that and then left it.
Like, she really actually said all that. Wow.
I will just say that, like, Michael B. Jordan, I know he looked good, and oh my goodness, he's a Black guy. You should support blah blah blah. I just want to say, Black women always be supporting Black men, and they won't support us. and he had an interview where he said some stuff and it was against Black women. And I don't know if anybody needs to remind Michael, we're like the main reason you're even relevant. So
yeah, that
slow
is
down,
true.
homeboy.
That is true.
Okay.
Black women
Slow
are
down.
really strong supporters of actors that they really like. So if any of your actors today are mostly popular, you can thank the Black women.
Black women, exactly. Yeah. I mean, and we're not going to get into this today. We'll pick another day about how Black women are, like, honestly, we are the trendsetters. Always. We are always the trendsetters. We are always the biggest support. We are the backbone of life itself. Yeah, I'm just saying. But I don't like Michael B. Jordan, because if you're going to not support Black women, love Black women unconditionally and always, if you got something to say and you're going to be just like, oh, well, I don't like that women whose hair I can't run my fingers through their hair, you're out. I stopped watching movies he was in. I don't even, if they're on a channel, I skip. Like, I don't. So he's producing this movie. Better believe I'm gonna watch it. Mm-hmm. But I'm gonna be a harsh critic. I'm gonna be like, wow.
Fair. That's fair.
And then the other thing, that this one wasn't really on my like top of my brain when I first saw the announcement made on Twitter, but it became part of my brain once I went in Twitter and I opened it up and I was reading all the comments. And I was surprised, but I shouldn't be surprised.
What?
In this year alone, I should not be surprised by how many people were upset because Michael B. Jordan did, like, I guess some sort of interview where he said he wants to start working on a Black superhero universe, which I just want everyone who's listening to this to know, Black superheroes already exist. Nobody is creating new ones right now, okay? Yeah. They already exist. I think the newest Black superhero was Miles Morales, and that came out when I was in high school.
Wait, maybe Riri Williams too.
No, she was around. She just wasn't like...
Before Miles?
I think she was around, or around the time Miles came out, but like she's not that new. Like, she's been around.
Yeah, I need to check my facts, but I feel like Miles was a little bit before.
A little bit before her. Yeah. But like I'm saying, like right now, we're not creating no new Black superheroes. The comments were full of people going, why are they trying to create a Black universe, superhero universe? What if we created a white superhero universe? It already exists. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, you guys have Black Panther. Excuse my language.
That's only one character.
Seriously, we got one movie, y'all. We should be happy. We got one movie. This guy says he's gonna go out to make a whole universe. It's not him really creating. It's just bringing it to light. That's all it is. It's already existed. So I was really surprised by people saying that, like, oh, why do they always have to make it about race? Why do they have to make superheroes and comics political? I'm like, you're making it political by saying that. The sheer fact that you're going, oh, well, if you made a white universe, they'd be mad. It already exists. It existed first. Like,
yeah, the majority of white characters is like phenomenal compared to other colored characters.
Insane. If you think about the Marvel universe alone.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Black Panther, Falcon. I'm not even counting Nick Fury because he doesn't actually have powers. He just got skill.
Well, Sam is in there too. Falcon.
Yeah, Falcon.
But even then, he was a side character, just like Rhodey too.
He was a side character. He doesn't even have his own, like, thing. He was a side character. Came in the second movie.
The second Captain America. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a side character. So.
But y'all got Thor. Y'all got Tony Stark. Y'all got Captain America. Black Widow's white. She's Russian, but she's white. Like,
yeah.
Can you guys stop making it about color for 2 seconds? Can you guys stop making it about color for 2 seconds? That wasn't something that I was thinking about, like, oh yay, a Black superhero. I was thinking like, oh shoot, Static Shock?
Yeah, exactly. Remember growing up with that and be like, finally, this whole time?
Oh my goodness. I loved the show when I was younger. I lived for that show. After Totally Spies, Static Shock.
Totally Spies too.
That's how far back. Static Shock was around Totally Spies and Code Lyoko. That's what I was watching as a kid. Like that was my thing. I loved it. And I loved Static Shock because there was an episode that they did where he goes to Africa. I can't remember which country in Africa, but they went to Africa for some reason. And once he came back from Africa, his best friend Richie, who was white, was like, how was it? How'd you like it? He was like, I it was such a great experience because for once I wasn't a black kid, I was just a kid. Wow. And I never understood when I was younger why that resonated so hard with me. But I was raised in suburban Southwest Florida. That's why
I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I was obviously when I was younger, I was tuned into this stuff more than I even knew.
Yeah.
And that has always stuck with me for so long. Like I got that, I get it. And like that character, Virgil Hawkins, even though we don't have like the same life because he was kind of raised in more of like, he had a rougher life than I did for sure. But like, I get that whole, like, you're just a kid, not a black kid. Cause I have that where I'm not just a girl. I'm not just a lady. I'm not just a woman. I'm a black woman. And I'm constantly having to deal with the prejudice that comes with having the skin. And I'm not just a kid, even in Haiti, when I went there and they're like, oh, you're not even one of us. Like this, like whole, like not having the identity, but then he like went back to the motherland and was like, I was just a kid. Like, that just resonated so hard with me. And so I thought like Static Shock, like, yes, but that's also like, knowing as much as I know and how much like feelings I have about this, like Michael B. Jordan, you better not mess this up. I already don't like you. I'm not rooting for you, but I'm rooting for this movie.
Yeah. Well, at least in my opinion, he's kind of like, as far as I would think, like, since he wants to produce it, so he wants to be seen as a producer. So most likely he's not taking the lead role, but
oh no,
I'd be surprised if he's a side character or something.
If he like, that'd be so, if he like appears in it and to be like, add him to the list of people showing up in the Marvel universe and the DC universe.
Yeah, exactly. It's getting higher and higher. Like,
yeah, I was just like,
so superheroes is the thing now. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's more people that kind of cross over and stuff.
True. I mean, also though, this is like for anyone who's going to be involved with that, not just the movie, but actually creating the universe and implementing it, executing it. Mm-hmm. Like that's a crazy, crazy, crazy heavy load on your shoulders.
Yeah.
Because, you can impress the world. You cannot impress Black people.
That is true. That is very true. That's going to be a whole different ball game.
Yeah. It's going to be a whole different thing. And I hope that it turns out okay and everything's, well and good, but they better do it justice. I don't want, if you even have an iota of doubt, don't release it. Don't release it.
We'll see it. We'll see the doubt.
Don't. If you just have if you have even a little bit of doubt,
we'll see it.
Release it. Yeah. We will be able to tell. Like, also, please don't put the N-word in the movie.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a DC movie, so most likely it might be PG-13. So true. I think it'll be good. Because I don't know how the rating works for words like that for PG-13 rating, but
I mean it was gonna fall. It kind of changes. It depends on who's watching it, who's checking it for the ratings.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So wish I just dropped the whole wrong thing. Give me a second.
Good, you back?
Yeah, I'm back. But yeah, so yeah, but
we're excited. Right?
I'm excited. And it's like, yeah, even those comments, they somehow opened my eyes even more because I thought I thought I was awake. I thought I was woke. Clearly I'm not. I'm a little too optimistic. I thought we were the ones bringing up color sometimes, but we not.
This is the world we live in.
Honestly, 2020 vision.
Is it really 2020 vision? I feel like you just end at 2020. You don't have to say anything else.
I mean,
people would understand, like, 2020. Yeah.
A lot of people's eyes were opened. And I'm not gonna say any more about that, but I'm just saying a lot of people's eyes are open. we'll do like, we should do an end of the year episode.
Yeah.
2020
reflection
vision.
on the end of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But yeah. So that's what I had for trending. That movie. I'm sure other things were trending too, but nothing that I actually cared about. Today we're obviously talking about movies, if you can't tell. And every time I go to the movies, I always get a blue raspberry icy, but Regal is on some other mess and they actually discontinued the blue raspberry icy. They replaced it with Mountain Dew.
Ooh.
Excuse me, I threw up a little in my mouth.
Ooh.
But I think we can all agree blue raspberry, best flavor in the world. And you know what else comes in blue raspberry flavor? Dum Dums. Yes. The best childhood treat you would get in class when you get an answer right or you're doing your homework. You get to come pick out a Dum Dum. And obviously, the best flavor, like I said, is blue raspberry. Wouldn't you agree, Mahalia?
No, it is pina colada. Pina colada. That is my favorite, and it is the best.
We'll agree to disagree, but
yeah, we'll just leave it.
But definitely, guys, maybe go out to the stores. It's almost Halloween. Get yourself some Dum Dums. You know,
yeah,
you want something sweet, but not for long. Dum Dums.
Nice. That's a good way to describe it. If you want something sweet but not for long, because they're just so small.
Yeah. Be eating lollipops and like, okay, I'm over this.
Yeah, and then by the time you think that, it's already over.
Yeah. So, Dum Dums.
So today we decided we're going to talk about movies. I forgot what specifically about movies, but we'll just see where this conversation goes. First things first. Have you seen any movies lately?
Okay, so the last movie. Oh wait, no. Okay, I have. Okay. I have seen the last movie I saw before Regal shut down yet again.
Yeah, don't even get me started on that.
The last movie I saw before the movies neither shut down again was the Broken Hearts Gallery.
Really?
My gosh. I
Tell me about it.
Loved it. So it's about this girl who starts a gallery with like mementos from past relationships. And it's funny because I'm kind of gonna spoil it, but not really. So bear with me.
Go ahead, half spoiler. Yeah.
It's a half spoiler because I'm not really telling you, but because there's other plot lines to it, but this is like the main, like how it got its title.
Yeah.
So this lady, the main character, I literally just forgot her name, but she, first of all, it was a plus size character, and I was like, I'm all for this. Like, yes, positivity, switch it up. She was plus size, she was POC. I loved it.
Wow.
Yeah, this movie.
Check out this movie.
Yeah, it was going out there, and I loved it. And so she basically was in what she thought was a relationship, and I guess she was gonna kind of like try to make it official with the guy, and then like they break up in the beginning of the movie, and she is like, she's sulking for like weeks. And her friends and slash roommates, like they finally come in, they're like, bro, you need to like get over this, and we're gonna help you get over this. And it like is showing you around her room, and she has so much stuff around her room, just like a bunch of random stuff. Yeah. And it's all these little trinkets and mementos, and you're like, what the heck is this? And then finally the friends say, like, you need to get rid of this stuff. Like, you can't keep holding on to these little trinkets and memories from your past relationships. Like, it's too much. And it would be like ridiculous stuff, like a little toy they won at the carnival. She actually literally had the like toenail clippings or something from, I was like, okay. Yeah, but everything's like dated and stuff too. So it was kind of organized, but it was like a lot. So they were basically encouraging her to get rid of it. And stuff happens, and the way that she decides to get rid of it is to like put it in this like abandoned hotel. And next thing you know, like someone leaves something from their past relationship, and they like they wrote the date over it, and like they thought they would be with this person forever and everything. And then she put out like a post, like a tweet or something, and people started bringing by their stuff from past relationships, and it actually helps them move on from the relationship.
Oh
Which is
wow.
great. I wish that could have just been what the movie was about. It was still a good movie, but like the
Those
psychology of that alone was amazing, and I loved it so much. And I was a little like the main character, super quirky, kind of annoying, reminded me of myself in a very distinct way. I literally had a little crisis after I saw it, like, is this how people see me? Or is this how I see myself, or what's going on? And it was just intense. It was really funny though. I liked it. I felt emotions. I did not cry, but I felt emotions. And I don't know. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. And I recommend it. And when it comes out on DVD and Blu-ray, I'm definitely adding it to my collection. But that was the last movie that I saw before the theaters closed.
What's the name of the movie again?
The Broken Hearts Gallery.
The Broken Hearts Gallery. Okay.
Yeah.
I would say for me, I actually haven't been watching a lot of movies. I have a thing that like the second I watch movies, I get bored. Like, so I have to watch it with other people. So, but I'll be going through TV shows and all that stuff on Netflix, on Hulu. Like, I just have a good beginning pilot. I'll just like go and sleep through a whole season, like just like that. So, we can talk about movies and TV shows, but I feel like I don't know if you watch any TV shows.
Not really anything new. I'm planning to watch Emily in Paris, but I haven't started it. It's just in my watch later. I'm really trying to go harder in anime.
Yeah, I know you're into anime.
Yeah, I'm trying to get harder into it, and like I don't know why suddenly I want to be into anime. I'm literally looking into getting colored contact lenses because of anime. I know.
From what show though? What show is relevant?
Not a specific show is inspiring it, because I'm watching like a couple, like Assassination Classroom. I'm going to be rewatching Naruto. Basic My Hero Academia. No offense to anybody who watches it, but My Hero Academia is hitting that basic level like Naruto and Dragon Ball Z. Like you're basic if you watch them and say you watch anime. It counts.
I feel like there's one in every group. Like if you're into certain things, there's that basic little beginner's kit.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, you watch that? Oh, okay, you're not that hard.
Yeah.
Like
it's funny.
Random question. Can you watch two shows at the same time? Because I really can't.
Oh, I can watch multiple shows at the same time.
Really? I can't. It's really hard for me.
I like to cycle, go through different ones. Like, cause sometimes I'll sit and watch a show. I'll watch like 9 episodes in one sitting. Fine. Sometimes I'll watch an episode. I'll watch the second episode and be like, I need to watch something else. So I like start switching it up. But for movies, I don't understand this. For movies, I could probably watch 3 movies in a row and be fine.
Really?
Yeah. But for TV shows, about episode 9, usually I'll be like, this still not done? So
yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I'll take a break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if I'm like not super into the show. Cause like if someone recommends a show for me to watch, I'll watch it and then I'll feel bad if I don't finish it. So I keep watching it even if I'm not enjoying it. Yeah.
Just so you can tell them that you watched it.
Yeah, I'm a people pleaser. I can't help it.
I do that sometimes. I don't really go to the movie theaters. Honestly, the only time I go is with you. So I don't have any movies to share. Oh, I do. Okay, our mutual good friend Leah. Shout out to Leah. I went up to her house, right, and we were hanging out, and then she realized that I haven't watched a lot of Black movies, and so we spent the next 2 nights just watching random Black movies. And so like we're going through a list. I watched Baby Boy, I watched Set It Off, I watched Why Did I Get Married, and then I watched something else. But yeah, we watched all that together.
I can't believe, you know what? You're saying that, I'm like, I guess those are Black movies.
Yeah, they're hood movies, well, per se.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we got too tired, so we didn't watch the other one, but I'm not gonna lie, like her mom was there too. So we were watching at least Baby Boy. That was kind of awkward because there's some very sexual scenes in there.
I feel like it'll never get easier watching a sex scene
with your parents,
or your friend's parents.
No,
it's just like, what is that?
Yeah,
what are they doing? Oh no.
Oh my gosh. We started having like the second they started like having their little thing up there, so we're like, yeah, so how was your week? Yeah, yeah, like, yeah, you know, stuff like that. Because you know her mom is like, y'all gonna watch this, and just like, I want to see the end. Just say here, like, at least for me personally in Baby Boy, I didn't really like it that much because the main character was trash. That is my opinion.
I hate that too.
I forgot his name.
It's okay,
but it whatever. Yeah, but he was trash. I didn't understand why his love interest, because he has basically 2 baby mamas and stuff like that, and he messes around with one, and basically like she's the one or whatever, and they go back and forth, and don't even get me started on the depiction of that and how for some reason still to this day a lot of people still want that kind of hood relationship.
Have you seen Love and Basketball?
No, I haven't. You don't like it?
Haven't. I don't.
Really?
No.
Dang, I need to watch it.
I am a true romantic. I know what I want in love and in life.
That's good.
That is not a healthy nor okay relationship. I mean, for her, that was her choice. You know, at the end of the day, whatever you allow, whatever you accept, that's you.
Exactly. That's you.
But as for being like, such goals, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I'll be damned if you come over to me because you can't work no more. And you're settling on me, even though I'm successful. I'm the successful one. I'm the breadwinner. And you're settling on me.
Yeah, that's a whole different discussion.
I don't like people making people jump through hoops. If you like me and I like you, call at the end of the day. We don't have to do all this mess about will they, won't they. I don't do that.
Yeah,
that's me. True. Very straight to the point.
I'm not gonna lie, I kind of binge sometimes on Hallmark movies, like random Hallmark movies, like the cheesy ones, when like
all of them are cheesy.
When like the long gazes and stuff like that, and like the girl just comes from like literally just comes to the new town or whatever, and next thing you know, she does some heartthrob that's not already taken or whatever, and like
which is not true. All the heartthrobs in the small towns are always taken.
Yeah, exactly. And I don't know. I don't know why I think it's cute, but I just like to watch it sometimes and just laugh and pass time.
You know me, movie connoisseur and horrible life critic. I just make fun of everything. I remember one time I watched something and it was like the pumpkin pie something. It was a Thanksgiving Hallmark movie.
Oh, okay.
I was watching.
I want to watch it.
I need to figure it out. It's in my Snap story somewhere. It'll pop up this month in my memories because I remember.
Okay, then you can share it.
It was around this time, and so obviously pumpkin pie. This girl comes back to town to help her mom run the bakery.
Exactly.
There's a rival bakery with the son is good looking.
Farm. It's always like a little like, oh, her parents died or something.
Yep.
Left her a house in some small town. Like, yes.
Yep.
Sorry, keep going.
And my thing is, so they have to go to through with this bake off. Yeah. But she don't know how to bake. And I'm sitting here thinking like, first of all, child, your mama is a baker and you can't bake for Snap Diddly Pop? That's ridiculous. At least know
something.
That's ridiculous.
You gotta know something.
Burning things, and then he smells something burning, and he comes inside to come rescue whoever's inside, and it's her. And here's what pisses me off about any movie. This isn't just Hallmark movies.
Okay, tell us, Gina.
Whenever someone is baking, they put flour on the person's face and hair. Like we wouldn't know they were baking if they didn't have flour on their face and hair. And they're wearing an apron. Wipe your hands on your apron. That's why it's there. Yeah. As someone who used to bake, nothing pisses me off more.
Somehow you're using your hands to make the flour or whatever. It doesn't end up on your shirt or on your apron. No, it ends up all over your face.
On your face. Like, and it's literally strategic spots.
Yes.
And I'm like, you put that there.
That is courtesy
what
of
did
hair
you
makeup.
do? And then another thing they always do when they can't bake, put the mixer at a too high of a level and then everything splashes out when they start it.
Yeah.
What?
There's a thing called directions. I'm pretty sure there is directions.
Like, come on, people. And even if you know how to bake or cook, you always be just looking up instructions just to make sure you didn't forget anything. So you could have looked up how to use that mixer. You could have looked up how to not get flour on your face and in your hair. You're cooking and you
need to like the movie now.
Like, yeah, so that happened and he goes and helps her and then he helps her and they fall in love. I don't actually remember how the movie ends. It probably ends well.
It probably always ends with them getting married just from knowing each other for a week, you know.
But I just remember like that's the kind of stuff I look at when I'm watching a movie. Mm-hmm. Like that's what I'm looking at. Unless I'm like actually interested in the movie's concept, plot, or whatever. Like I don't look for errors when I watch Marvel movies. Although sometimes I catch them. I don't look for errors, but I will catch them. But when I'm watching like something that let me just watch it, or it's like my second or third time watching it. Yeah. Now, even subconsciously, I'm looking for like mess ups, extra little things. And then every time I watch that movie, I see that little thing and I'm like,
yeah, you just gotta laugh about it.
Lifetime movies with their poor acting.
Oh, yeah.
And the same plot, but it's always a different thing. Like, oh my goodness.
Lifetime movies, I can't with them. I don't know. I have a sweet spot for just like heartfelt, cheesy movies, so I go to Hallmark, but I'm not into all that extra drama that comes with Lifetime movies.
I
think someone in your family likes them or something. I forgot.
Yo, I don't know. Okay, my mom started it.
Oh, it's your mom.
And she, whenever she would call my sister to do something for her, so then Gina was always watching Lifetime movies. And then Gina put Fabian on, and then Fabian came down to visit, and we were watching Lifetime movies for the whole weekend. But it started off like this. Oh, we're going to watch this movie. Oh, I wanted to see that movie. Put it on. I don't want to see that movie. It's a Lifetime movie. Bro, but it's going to be good. What's so good about this one? So this man has two families in two different parts of the USA, and the daughters end up going to the same college. Okay, I'm in. Let's watch it. So that was the starting point movie. Next thing you know, we've been watching Lifetime for 3 days. Like we didn't.
Oh my god! Else. Oh, I remember that weekend. I think I came one of those times you guys were watching it. Dang, I'm not
always watching it. Always the same, bro. You better not. And we'll sit there like, Emily, you better not disrespect your mom. Oh, you better.
Yeah, I got it.
We have a problem. We really do.
Yeah. So for you, it's Lifetime. For me, it's Hallmark.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said you can give up easily on TV shows, but for me, the TV show I watched recently that I loved was called Cobra Kai. Like I'm kind of late to the party, but it's based on Karate Kid. The main character is Danny.
Oh, Cobra Kai. Okay.
Yeah. It was really good. I binged it and like that's the thing. If I really like the show, I will binge it. I binged that in like 2 days. So that was really good. Oh. I really liked the characters. I thought like it kind of made you put things in perspective. I don't know if you ever watched the first original like 80s.
The original Karate Kid.
Yeah. And so it kind of like made more developing, like made the Johnny and Danny like become more like 3-dimensional and be like, okay. Oh wow, like it's not straight cut like Danny was a good kid and Johnny was a bad kid. Like they make it kind of like a gray area. So there's parts of the thing I didn't really like that Daniel kid. I didn't really like Johnny. So it was like, oh, it's interesting. And how like their drama from the 80s kind of came back like in the show is set in 2018, but how it came back and they have dojos and all that stuff and how it ends up becoming like some kind of war between them. It was very interesting.
Oh, nice.
There's teenagers in it too. So there's teen drama, which I'm not the biggest fan of, but I like the adult main characters. So I just put up with it. But yeah.
Okay.
And nice. Fresh Out the Boat. You told me about that. I started. Yep. That was good so far. I'm already like, I think on the 10th episode or something. I just started it.
We love a POC driven story cast.
Yeah, like, they were good.
Not that I'm anti-white. I'm not anti-white, but I love to see diversity. Exactly. Not, we got one Asian. No, I want Asian stories, Black stories. I want all the different parts of it. And
Yeah.
it's funny because I never realized until I was reading different stories and watching different shows and stuff like that how much like the immigrant experience overlaps.
Yes, me too. Same, like a lot of things, like because the family they moved from DC to Orlando, so it kind of already helps that with the whole Southwest Florida vibe. But then a lot of things that they were going through, it'd be like, man, I can see my mom doing that. Man, I
And
can
it was
see my
taking place
dad
in the
doing that.
90s. The mom, sometimes she reminds me of your mom.
Yes,
Like her
I saw that
intensity
too much. That
sometimes.
was scary. That was
I
scary.
was like, oh snap.
Yeah, sometimes the way she was acting, the certain things she was saying, I was like, yes, this is my mom.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
What else you got? Yeah, I already said before I watched Golden Girls.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
I heard something, but I'm not sure what.
Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm back. Okay, what was I talking about?
I think we were transitioning, right? But I'm not sure because you said I already told you guys about Golden Girls.
Yeah, I watch it all the time, so that's my guilty pleasure. But yeah, again, I don't really watch a lot of movies, so that weekend I had with Leah, like that was the most movies I've watched in at least like a month.
You know what's funny? When I think about like when we all hang out and we're watching movies, I feel like you're like the last to fall asleep if we start falling asleep. So it's kind of funny that you wouldn't be able to watch one on your own.
Yeah, like I don't know, I just like that feeling of like having people around me to watch the movies, and we do have colorful commentaries when we watch movies together, so I always like those too.
It's true. I remember the first time I saw Girls Trip, I went with my friend Rebecca to go see it at the school at the university, and it was basically a crowd of Black girls, Black college students. And when I tell you that it turned into me just being there with Rebecca to us just being a full giant group from our little comments. And every time someone makes a funny enough comment, we all laughing and hyping them up like, yeah.
Start talking to each other about it. Yeah.
That's like my favorite. I love when that happens. Like that's only happened, I think, like 3 times. That time, the first time that I saw Bad Boys for Life, that happened where I was there not with people, and then there was just so many Black people and we just connected.
Yeah, I love those moments.
Oh, I lied, 4 times. And then it happened when I saw Black Panther, and it also happened when I saw Proud Mary, I think it was called, with Taraji P. Henson.
Oh, you saw that? I did too.
I saw that in theaters, and I saw that I was alone, but there was like Black people, Black couples around me, Black girls, like a group of Black ladies. And when I tell you, it was as if we came to the movies together. Like, I love that. When you're making comments and like people laugh, and it's like, it's not just one, like, it's the whole auditorium laughing. And then I'm like questioning, like, how loud am I?
So, did you like Proud Mary?
I liked it. It didn't get like the amount of attention I thought it should have got. Like, Taraji's over here doing an action movie. Like, yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really like to me the plot could have or the writing could have had a little bit more work done, but at least for Taraji and her like there were some parts like the kid that's in the movie. There were some parts I didn't like him. He was very unlikable at some parts. So I could mostly blame the writing at that part. Yeah. But still, like you could tell that their relationship was very like son and mother like. So I really like those kind of dynamics in movies. It was always good to see. But yeah, it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't. It did not get the attention.
Yeah, Taraji P. Henson needs to be in more action. That's it.
Definitely. Oh my goodness, she was so good. Like, but I love her, so I could just be biased.
Do you have a favorite actor, actress?
No, I don't have a favorite, but
someone that you watch a lot at least. Like things that you end up liking, you're like, oh, so and so is in that.
I don't. I honestly, I don't have a favorite. Like that's like putting someone in the number 1 spot. Like I don't have one. There's just a lot of people that if you say their name that they're going to be in something, I'm gonna watch it.
Oh, so it's not
like my brother, rest in peace, Chadwick. Anytime he was in something, I was right there.
Well, yeah, he's having a movie come out on Netflix. I'm gonna watch that.
Who else? Viola Davis. If you say her name, I'm there.
Yeah.
Um, who else? Angela Bassett. I've no. It's a lot of black actors. I also like Emma Stone.
That's fine. Emma
Emma
Stone's
Stone.
okay.
Yeah, she's okay in a lot
Not
of stuff
getting
she's
more
in.
typecast, but
Yeah, I always know I'm not gonna hate the movie she's in, so it's not a bad watch usually. So I haven't watched anything she's in and completely despised it. So she's a safe watch for me.
Have you heard of Jonathan Majors? I'm starting to like him. Lovecraft
I don't.
Country.
Oh, okay. I do know who you're talking
I
about.
haven't watched that show. I don't plan to because it looks kind of scary. I'm not into scary things, but like him, the actor, like he was good in The Five Bloods, and then there was this other movie I watched with him in it. I forgot what it was, but he's a really good actor, so I really like him.
You know who's a good actor, but she's been in some like stuff where I'm like, I don't know what you
Lupita?
did with this. Huh?
Lupita Nyong'o?
No, but I love her too.
Yes.
Issa Rae.
Issa Rae?
Yeah, she's been in some stuff lately. I'm like,
that's fair. What movies though? She was in that one Netflix movie. I didn't like it that much.
There was a movie that she's in with gosh, what is it called?
Oh,
where the couple
Leah told me about The Photograph.
That one too, actually.
Oh, that was the one you're talking about?
Stanfield is my babe. Oh,
I love him so much. Weird person, but yet like it's likable. Like
I love him. Like I'm only in love with like a couple celebrities, but I love him. Like I love him. Lakeith Stanfield, I love you. I love you. I hope this episode doesn't blow up like that. It's be awkward to look back on.
That little sound bite. Like he said, I love
you. She was darn, what was it called?
Black actress?
This movie where her and her like boyfriend or whatever are accused of murder and they're trying to catch.
That's what I'm talking about. Netflix,
that's not The Photograph. Huh?
Netflix, right? Lovebirds.
It was a Netflix movie?
I forgot saying it. Kumail Nanjiani.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Lovebirds. I didn't really like them. I didn't really like them either. Oops, I couldn't believe their dynamic because based on the movie.
I just unplugged the mic. Hold on.
Okay. For the Lovebirds, I didn't really like believe their dynamic.
The chemistry was not there.
Yeah, to me.
And when the chemistry's not there, it's hard to like buy into.
Yeah, same. Like I could kind of believe if that was at least like a first date type thing. But the fact that they've been together for a couple of years, I didn't completely believe that the entire time. So yeah, that was kind of hard for me, but the movie wasn't that bad. But it's the fact that for me, their chemistry didn't really click. So it kind of put me off. I almost stopped watching it, but like you said, like I really love Issa Rae. So I was like, I'm gonna watch it for her.
Yeah. And that's me. If there's an actor in it that I like, then I'm going to watch it. There's only like a few movies that I won't watch. I won't watch anything. I don't watch white savior movies. No white savior movies. And if you don't know what a white savior movie, that is a movie where it's talking about racism and segregation and all that stuff and no change. Like it's like the white person who's like, well, this isn't right. This needs to be changed. And like, no, just because you're being awakened and your eyes are opening absolutely not. I don't do white savior movies and I don't like slavery movies. I hate that that's the only time people are like, yes. But there's this show, I cannot remember the name. There's this show where it reverses it about what if Africa actually took white slaves and yeah, I know. I bet you they wouldn't make movies about that.
Was that a TV show?
Yeah, it's a TV show. The name escapes me at the moment, but it's on
Probably
Hulu.
didn't last long.
It did not. And there was a lot of riots against it and stuff. And I was like, oh, boo-hoo. And it's you getting treated like you don't want to see it. You think I want to see it? I know it happened. I get it. We don't need to see us getting whipped, fake blood, lashes on. We don't need to see it anymore. It happened. It's done. Like, I don't watch those movies. That's just me. That's a personal choice. I don't like them.
Yeah, I respect that.
I'd rather see something more uplifting because I feel like whenever they make slavery movies, it's like, could have been worse.
Yeah, it always gives off that vibe that like at least we're not doing that now. At least it's not that like this now. It's like no, it slavery comes in different forms, my guy. So it's different
It's
now.
like, I want you to do that also for, and this is super messed up, but why don't you do that to like Jewish people? Show a bunch of Holocaust movies and be like,
yeah,
at least it's not like that now. It's messed up.
they still
Same
carry it. Yeah, they
thing.
still carry that with them, but you don't see it depicted in film like so prevalently, like as Black people. You know?
Ugh. And they always, this is like their favorite way to be like, oh, look, diverse cast. Well, you're not gonna do, who else are you going to cast? You
True.
have to cast Black people. Like, it's, I don't do slavery movies. And then another type of movie that I don't do Christian movies.
Oh yes, we were gonna talk about it. I was like, I want to talk about it because I actually don't know how long we've been talking, but that's okay. We got little hiccups.
I don't have a timer on or anything.
Yeah, I don't have a timer either, but it's okay. This will probably be more longer episodes because there was a lot of like in the post, you don't know what we're talking about, but like us, we know that there was a lot of random stuff that happened.
Yeah.
For Christian movies, for me, in my honest opinion, like I would not have a problem with Christian movies if first off they were written better, if they're directed better, if they had sometimes even better actors, and even if the storyline itself wasn't so like square, if that makes sense. Like
so square.
Yeah, like I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know if you can jump in. I don't even know how to explain that.
It's just like living my life. My life is miserable now. I got Jesus. Life is good. It's like, okay, first of all, like, yeah, but no.
There's so many things in between that.
There's so much more. And there's so much, and it's like people straight up be acting like, well, it's just this and that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, no, there's so much more nuance in it. I hate when they be taking just any Bible verse and being like, did you know God said blah, 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 blah. And it's like a complete weird interpretation. And it's like, no.
Yeah, the last couple.
My Bible, that's not it.
Yeah, the last couple Christian movies I watched, I wasn't the biggest fan of. I don't even remember what it was I didn't like, but like I said, like for me, like there was a time I wanted to be in the industry. So like I was studying like acting and stuff like that, and people's definition on who acts and whatnot. Yeah, that's subjective. But for me, but when it comes to the behind the scenes, like the whole writing of the story, the plot lines and stuff like that, like a lot of that was like not exactly original, and sometimes it felt like I don't know, inorganic or like cookie cutter type thing. Like you just said, like, oh, I was living in sin, this and this, and then I found Jesus and everything's right. Like that does happen, but there's so much more in between that. Like at least for me, like there's so much like nuances within being a Christian that like you could talk about, or the fact that led up to you going to Christ. That's a good story to talk about.
Yeah. Yes.
Like boom, boom, boom.
Just focusing on like those, like you can't broad it. You can't make a broad angle of it and then be like,
yeah, exactly.
Like, no. I hate when they have movies that are Christian movies and then they slap a Pure Flick sticker on it or something, and it's like,
yeah, that too.
Done.
That too.
I hate it. And I think, except for one movie that I'm not going to go back and watch it because one, if it's truly as good as I remember, it'll make me like die inside. Letters to God. But I saw that movie before I was like a super like lens focused, critical, I know more about movies now kind of person.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. But there are other movies that I saw that were Christian movies that I was like, no. So who knows? But I'm just to keep the love and respect for that movie, I'm never going to watch it again.
Yeah, I can respect that.
But there's other movies like Joyful Noise that exist and say Christian spiritual movies, and it's just about a gospel choir going to a gospel competition. Nobody finds Jesus in that movie. It just takes place mostly in a church, and it's always, and this is what makes me mad too, it's always the Black church is struggling.
Oh, that's a good
Why do we have to always be struggling? We have more stories than that. Stop making us look like, oh, well, if we can't get more offering, we're gonna have to close the church doors. And it's always in Atlanta. It's always in like some southern state, as if this doesn't happen in other places. They even did a white savior Christian movie.
Ooh, I know what you're talking about too. Yeah. There's actually a couple I can think about too.
I'm like, no. Black churches are not always struggling. This is not the norm, okay? And Black churches aren't the only churches that struggle. Exactly. So why are we showing this? Oh, if they don't win the competition, they won't get the money that they need. They gotta fundraise for the uniforms. They gotta hurry up and practice. The instruments are breaking down. They only have an organ from 1971.
Yeah, exactly.
Stop
Some
it.
outsider comes and shows them
Some outsider has to come in. Get that mess out of here. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but no. No. Like it makes me so mad. It makes me so mad.
Yeah, like I think like the pastor's daughter, the deacon's daughter, or son, or whatever that didn't really sing, that was quiet. The outsider sees potential in them.
Always.
You end up leading the song, and then all of a sudden they built into song.
Yeah. Can we?
We see you Christian movies. You're all
and then there's the other thing that I hate is like then there'll always be that like deacon who's putting money on the side and he may not even be stealing the money. Yeah. He may just be putting it aside because he wants them to be in a different area because he doesn't like this area. Yeah. And then they like make him the bad guy and kick him out. And it's like, okay, that was wrong to allocate funds without permission, but is he really a villain? And then the pastor's daughter's always super fine. Like, what the heck is that? What is that? And then it's always like a guy's like, I'm gonna get with the pastor's daughter. First of all, no, you're not. Okay, it's the pastor's daughter. You're not going near her.
Trust me, it would be a lot harder than that.
Yes,
a lot harder than that.
They're gonna just walk in, and the pastor's daughter always holding the Bible and being all cute, like, yes, of course, shaking hands, kissing babies. It's like, stop. Or no, it's either, and I mean, I guess this is kind of true in the representation of PKs. They're either really good or they're the complete opposite, like horrible, smokes, doesn't go to youth. Like,
and it's the outsider that brings them back into the church and all that stuff. Yeah.
What is with Christian? They love to do the outsider trope, like, and this makes me think like these people think like they're Jesus or something.
Exactly.
You're not Jesus. I have one Jesus. Yeah. He's not doing that. Thank you. Nah. And his hair don't look like that. But anyway, it's like it's a white savior trope in a Christian movie.
Yeah, exactly.
No. What's another one that I hated? Oh, Christian Mingle.
Oh, you didn't like that? I thought it was funny.
You were laughing the whole time.
I was laughing. It was hilarious.
I hated it. And she got the guy after she truly came to Christ after she went on a mission trip to Mexico. Stop. And I'm
low key, I'm not gonna lie. Us Christian women, one of them would have snatched him by then. I'm sorry. He would have waited.
I just don't think people understand like decent Christian men don't last. They don't stay single that long. I don't care who you think you are, who you think you is. They don't last that long. Yeah. They get married fast. You know why? Because we're humans and we have needs. We're all grown-ups here. Okay.
We understand what that means.
College, but he seems to be married because people have needs. You are not going to have the resolute and discipline to stay pure for that long when the temptation's right there.
Yeah. I think there's something in the Bible about that too, about like, if you can't like, I'm not gonna say it verbatim, but you know what I mean? Like basically knowing like, rather instead of just going outside of God's will, just do what you have to do. And if that has to be get married, just do it.
Exactly. So stop with the whole like, he's 28 and he's Christian and he's perfect. He builds houses for the poor.
And I'm telling you, like, one of these ladies of God would already snatched him up.
I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say this and I'm a Christian woman.
Go ahead and say it.
Christian women are vultures for a guy.
Yes. Yes. I thought we were going to talk about it specifically when it comes to dating and pursuing and stuff like that. We can talk about that right now. That is
I'm just saying, so those are so unrealistic.
No, women of God, bro, when they see a what is it? Well, how can
eligible bachelor?
Yeah, eligible bachelor, a man of God that's on fire for Jesus, bro. We're gonna fight for him. We're gonna snatch him.
Fire.
You better watch your back.
Okay, there's no if, ands, or buts. Like, I'm praying, but I'm also talking, okay?
Exactly. Oh my gosh. You know, random story. You know Toby Mac, right? Like I used to be like a huge fan. I'm not exactly a big fan of him right now. We can always talk about that in movies. I mean, when it comes to music and Christian.
We need to have that conversation after. I didn't know this development.
Yeah, but he was funny one time. He was talking about an interview, or was it an article I read about basically how sometimes some Christian women have the goal to like try to like say that God told them that they meant to be together.
Yeah, it was an interview. I remember that.
Something about him leaving his wife and stuff. And like, yeah, these are some bold ladies.
Christian,
I'm telling you, we both God be telling us to split up married couples too. Like, you better watch your back. If you're a true man of God and you single out here, trust me, we will find you. And we will
find you and you will put a ring on it.
Yes, you will. Because it's God's will.
I'm just saying. You know, I think that's all I have to. I said a lot on movies today.
That was a lot.
I said a lot. I talked about Christian movies, Hallmark, Lifetime, being a critic, watching movies. Movie theaters are closed, so there's not much more to say.
Yeah.
I can't.
I think this is a good place to end it. I have nothing more to say because
I don't either.
Through so much. That was the thing I wanted to talk about the most, and we already talked about it. So it's a good.
I have nothing else to say. This is good. This was necessary.
Yeah. I
got to unleash my feelings about Michael B. Jordan, and I got to talk about how disappointed I am in Regal for continuing my favorite movie beverage. I guess I see as a beverage more or less.
Drink.
Yeah, it's so sad.
Yeah, I really needed to let the world know out there about my feelings about Christian movies.
Yeah, and that's from a Christian.
Yes, from a Christian. Christian movies from a Christian.
From a Christian.
Yeah, like, you gotta do better.
Oh, I remember another time. The last thing I will say on Christian movies.
Okay.
God's not dead. So in the first movie, you know, all that stuff happened. People came to Christ. In the second movie, there's a character in it. His name is Martin. He's from China. And as you know, it's not really a thing to have. You shouldn't be a Christian in China, basically. It's not safe. But Martin is over in the US for school and he comes to Christ in the first movie. In the second movie, his dad comes like to America, like, what is this? What are you doing? Why do you have a Bible? Blah, blah, blah. And I just remember watching that movie with my sisters. We were watching it as a family because the first time we saw the first movie, we watched it together. So we had to see the second one together. And the dad was like yelling at Martin. And then he just like storms out. And I remember like we were just joking. We're like, Papa, at least leave me some ramen noodles before you go.
Oh my God.
Like we were making so many jokes because it was so over dramatic and overdone. Like the acting was horrible.
Yeah, that part, the acting was kind of bad.
Yeah. I mean, you know, actor choice, acting, script writing,
the first one was solid, but once it went down to 2 and 3,
I mean, I never saw 3 because I was like, they completely spun off. Like,
nah,
get it. God's not dead. So
yeah, I like Melissa Joan Hart. She's not bad, but I didn't really like the script and everything in that movie. So
that's okay. We have to make an episode on this one day. I don't even know how to say it. Like, I never saw Melissa Joan Hart as a Christian actor per se, I guess, but like the mixing of people who aren't so really related to the church or never really show it or display it, and not just by like saying it, but like through action and how they carry themselves being mixed in with that stuff. Like Melissa Joan Hart appearing in a Christian movie as like the main character.
Yeah.
Nicki Minaj being on a Tasha Cobb Leonard's. That's her name, right? Yeah, like song, like that kind of stuff. We got to talk about that one day.
Yeah, that'd be interesting too.
I don't know. I have thoughts, but I don't have. It's not like I just like I have discussions with myself. Like, So yeah, but
together.
That's all I have to say on movies for today. Today we were not sponsored by Dum Dums, but you guys should totally get some.
Perfect time of the year to get them too. So go ahead and get yours.
Get cooler. But yeah, has been Gina.
And this is Mahalia.
And thank you for listening to the 10 and 3 podcast. You can find us where all podcasts are found. I don't know where we're found yet.
Be sure to comment and let us know what you think about it, and like what kind of movies you've been watching. What have you been seeing? What do you think about Christian movies? Maybe we'll even like watch them together and talk about it. That'd be fun.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Anyways, thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.